Good morning. I'm Jen Shirton. It is my privilege to humbly share with you on this Holy Friday the power of my Savior's amazing grace. Through faith, everything for me has changed. I started submitting my will to Jesus in 2009, and through God's rich mercy, I am a new creation. A disciple who is excited by the challenge of keeping my eyes on Jesus, to have enough faith to get out of the boat, and the audacity to walk on water. Have you ever claimed to be full of faith, only to have God dare you to prove it? Claiming faith in his provisions is exactly what has empowered me to get on this platform today. This place that I am in, this pulpit, it's hard for me. And oh, how he stretches me. That he would trust me to speak publicly on his behalf goes beyond my boundaries of logic. But I am grateful in advance of even being shown the blessings he'll provide for my tomorrows. These platforms, the hard places, they're his provisions to shape my character and renew my mind. I want my faith walk to be an intensely alive adventure, full of his wildly hopeful promises. The mission trip to Nicaragua provided for some sweet prayer time with Jesus. I dreamed about how he would harness my joy. I prayed that my journey would include passionately sharing his unreserved yet undeserved love. I didn't know how he would answer my prayer, but I was willing to follow wherever he led. In the weeks after our mission trip, he arranged for me to be involved in 3 different forums where I could share the power of his amazing grace. Generally speaking, those 3 engagements could be considered incidental, but to me, they were monumental. Was God answering my prayer? Were my dreams colliding with his? Still stubbornly in denial that God would be working in my life, I told myself I would need a 4th opportunity for sharing. Then, like Moses, I would see the burning bush. Within 20 minutes of declaring denial, the phone rang. It was Deb Ulrich, my burning bush, asking me to speak today. Denial gave way to fear, and all I could see was a huge obstacle. You might remember a little over a year ago, Pastor Paul showed my testimony. We had to tape it ahead of time because I was so nervous, and I found it impossible to control my emotions. But God was about to show me he doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Much like the way the mission trip presented itself to me, I felt God introducing me to another of his mysteriously wrapped gifts. The passage for my Bible study that day was Mark 5. Jesus commanded my attention when he spoke to the woman that had been bleeding for 12 years, saying, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace, you are healed." God was showing me through his word that I was healed, that he promises to equip me for the responsibilities he gives me, and that he'll prepare me for the assignments. He requires me to be confident in his abilities, not my own. Part of the responsibilities God has entrusted me with include being a wife and a mother. An intricate component of God's preparation for this role includes radically rebuilding our family. We are a real family, failing and falling into grace. Together, we are simply pursuing the beginning of knowledge, which is fear of the Lord. There are no coincidences in our story. I am loved by a husband chosen especially for me. Nate and Sid and I have a new leader in our family who is patient and courageous. Sid and Nate. We have the privilege to live with a sold-out, dream-filled God girl at our house. And we support a son and a brother who relentlessly pursues his God-given talent. We are each gifted uniquely and called differently, but for the singular purpose of God's glory. Ron and I aren't parenting with the cultural definition of success in mind anymore. True greatness in our house is having an unquenchable passion for God, living his adventure, doing hard things, taking his dares. The evidence of Christ's love and his power is only exposed when I dig deep, rattling the skeletons in the back of my closet. Through liberty in Jesus, I can choose to unleash the ugly beautiful, the ugly mistake of refusing Christ as my Savior, made beautiful when I share the transformation he is making in my life, possibly saving someone from making the same mistakes I made. I thank the God of the universe for seeking me out and redirecting my life to serve him. Holy Friday gives us hope, not because of what we've done, but because of what he's done. All our abundant hope comes from the love of God and the price Jesus was willing to pay for us. I urge you to come to the nail-pierced feet that were on the cross today. Jesus died on that cross so that we might live. Thank you.